like to, I've just got a couple of questions left for, I think, all of you on the panel. And then we'll kind of get to the closing comments here. But one of the questions we have, and I believe we're back to starting with Ms. Frank here, is about the Mandan Tomorrow plan. Last year, the Bismarck Mandan Chamber, in cooperation with the City Commission, the School Board, and the Park Board, spent about $116,000 on the Mandan Tomorrow Study. And in this study, it emphasized a number of different areas of growth and opportunity. And we're really curious from your perspective, as you have hopefully reviewed that study, what are some of the areas you believe that Mandan should be emphasizing as we look to the future?
Well, I suppose the committee that I support actually tends to be the committee that I serve on, and it was one of the reasons that I volunteered to sit on this committee in the first place, is leadership, pride, and image. The reason that I say that carries a lot of weight is I think we really need to start there. Some of the other committees include economic opportunity and prosperity, quality places and destinations, and then education and workplace. But if you really take a close look and scrutinize those areas, I do think it all falls down on leadership, pride, and image. Mandan has struggled to, I think, stand up with its back straight and its head high. And I think it's time that we find the ways to encourage residents to be proud of where they live, to embrace what they've got, and use that to move forward. And I think that will fuel all the other areas of the plan. If we can encourage people to be proud of their community, they're going to get involved. If they get involved, they're going to start showing and learning some leadership skills. And it's that leadership that will lead to entrepreneurism, which will in turn turn into that economic opportunity and increased opportunities for workplace, workforce improvement, and education. So again, I think when it comes to the Mandan Tomorrow plan, my passion is really leadership, pride, and image, and I'm excited to see how everything comes about. I think one thing that it seems kind of intimidating is when Calvin mentioned that the investment was $116,000 just for the study. To me, that's a lot of money. And so I think it's really important that we show the community exactly how that money is paying off and how that investment is paying off. And there's some really exciting things. Hopefully people pay attention to the timeline. There is a website, mandantomorrow.com, and they attend some of the events because there is some real work that's happening right now. Our group in particular has been looking at ways to really market and brand the community to increase that pride and bring in some tourism. And there's some actual evidence of that available in other committees' work online and by talking to people that are involved in that group.
All right, thank you very much. Mr. Rohn, the Mandan Tomorrow plan, and some of your thoughts.
Mandan Tomorrow is something that's been looked at, through the decades too. But Mandan is kind of unique. It's elongated. If you look at it, the structure, how it's spread out, it's not concentric in as many cities are. And one of the issues that was concerned is having the appropriate land to have a large store at and have it in the appropriate area. And I think we don't have some of the ideal locations for some of the stores. And for the future, we really need to look at our traffic flows and the land as placed and where we are going to be developed as time goes on, so we can look where things need to be. And of course, this goes under leadership, as Dot says too. But I do remember that as an issue that you have to have, because business to them, location is very important. We recognize that. So we have to have that location available. We have to look to the future and say, well, if we want residential development, how's that going to be? Where's the best place to put it for the future to meet with where our schools are? Do we have to, if we go over here, we're going to have to build a whole new school? Where can the businesses best work together, or where can they have the areas to where they can be functional, where they can have businesses and prosper? So I think that all has to be put into that. So that's one thing I recognize anyway.
Okay, thank you very much. Mr. Herauf, we'll turn to you next. Des, would you help with the mic? The Mandan Tomorrow plan and some of your thoughts about the future of the community.
Well, that is a great location. But I think a lot of it is we need, I think Mandan still has construction where we can still build on Main Street. And I think we can still put buildings and make it a more of a community to where it used to be. I mean, I lived here in '67, and this town's really gone downhill. There was businesses in this town, and I'd like to see that build back up. And I think that can happen.
Okay, thank you very much. Mr. Serhienko, over to you. Mandan Tomorrow, some of your thoughts.
Okay, the Tomorrow plan, like any tool, and you talk to our economic development director, Ellen Huber, she'll tell you that surveys and studies are probably the most useful thing that you can have to develop policies, and I agree with that. And I think that's what the Tomorrow plan provides for the City Commission of Mandan, as well as the residents. But I see the various groups looking into the things and trying to develop processes and policies and actually initiate them and to help the development of the City of Mandan. I especially like the surveys. I think that's really important. It gives us exact direction. What do the people of Mandan want? And that really is what I think all of tomorrow's plans should be about.
Okay, thank you very much.